Okay, so we're going to do an orthographic projection of this image right here. So we're going to do the top view, the left view, and the front view. So we're calling this the top view, we're calling this the left view, and we're calling this the front view. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to square my drawing paper onto my drawing board. Get a couple pieces of tape. Okay. Break 4 pieces off. Okay, so I'm going to use my T-square to make my edge parallel. Clean off my working area. Secure the top corners. Then I'm going to take my T-square and I'm going to remove all the air. And I'm going to double check and make sure that my line is still parallel with my T-square. Okay, good. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my guidelines for my block lettering to fill in my title block. So at the bottom of my lettering, I'm going to make a nice light guideline. Notice how I keep my hands straight and I glide the pencil and I move my whole hand, not just my wrist. Whatever angle you start the pencil with, you keep that same angle across the entire line. And your block lettering will come out nice and even and the same thickness as the lettering on the paper, the printed lettering. Okay, so my lines for my title block are done, so I'm going to go ahead and start working on my image. So first thing is, where am I going to place my 3 images? So what I'm going to do is, my left view is going to go in this area, my front view in this area, and my top view in this area. So a little bit above, I'm going to make a horizontal guideline. Okay. Now, I'm just going to pick a spot, and I know I need 6 inches and 3 inches, so I got to make sure that I have enough to do both of my images. So this is 3, and that's about 6. So I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to put a mark, and a mark. Now, when I go ahead, I'm going to make a vertical line across the entire paper. Okay, the reason I make lines across the entire paper is so that all my sides line up. So this is my vertical line. And notice how I keep the T-square, make sure it's flat against the edge. I use my hand. Okay. Now, from here to here it's 1 inch, and from here to here is another inch, so I need a total of 2 inches. So I'm going to measure up 2 inches, and if you notice, my guidelines are going to make more than just one view. So I'm going to measure up 2 inches, I'm going to make a mark, and also I'm going to measure 1 inch and make a mark. Okay? Now I'm going to take that same inch mark, and I'm going to make a guideline across the entire paper. I'm going to go up another inch, I'm going to make a guideline across the entire paper. Okay? So now I've got my front view done. Now I have to go ahead and do my top view. Okay, so I'm going to leave a space. Okay, now the top view is 2 inches and 1 inch, which is a total of 3 inches. So I'm going to take a look and see where about 3 inches fit. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and mark in 1, 3, and then the 2 inch mark. Okay, and again, I'm going to make my lines across the entire paper because my guidelines are going to become my extension lines, and then I'm going to put my dimension lines in between them. Okay. Okay, so now we have 3 inches for our front view. Does anyone have a dark number 2 pencil I can borrow? A sharpened dark number 2 pencil? I need a sharpened number 2 pencil. Is it sharpened? Is it really sharpened? No, I need a point. I need like a really sharpened number 2 pencil. Anyone have a sharpened number 2 pencil? Can you borrow your mechanical pencil? Okay. Generally, I don't like to use mechanical pencils, but I'm going to do it in this case because for expediency. Okay, the other thing is, so this is, I need 1 inch over here. One more vertical line. Okay, now, well, what do we need? Let's start darkening our object lines, right? So we have our guidelines. Now you're just going to head and darken in our object lines. 1, 2, notice all the time I'm making sure that my T-square is flat against my edge. Okay. And there we go. We've got our top view, our left view, and our front view. And our extension lines are going to become dimension lines. Okay? So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my T-square and I'm going to make a nice dimension line. I'm going to leave a space. Like about here. Leave a space. Okay? I'm going to write in 6 inches. Then I'm going to take my template and I'm going to add some arrows. Okay. I'm going to darken in my guideline a little bit, not too much. I'm going to keep it away from my object. Okay. So I know what my width is. Now on here, I'm going to go ahead and put in a few more dimensions. So let's see. Okay, we can do 3. We can make this here. Oh, I forgot to leave a space. So I'm just going to erase it. Take an eraser. Left a space. This is 1 inch. Put in some extension lines. Take my template. Find my arrow that I'm using.
The other one is 90 degrees. Both 90 degrees. Yeah. Both 90 degrees.
2. This is not 3. Sorry, I made a mistake on my dimensions. This is 2 inches. Apologize. Here we go. And here we go. And that's it. I fill in my title block. Fill in my date. And here you go, your orthographic projection with your top, your left, and your front view.